So welcome to another exciting episode of Supply Chain Lab. Today is a very exciting day for us. It's our first year anniversary, the 14th of August. The 14th of August last year, we launched our first episode on our platforms. And it's actually exciting that we have Talifhani Banks, the visionary African tech entrepreneur. He also has an award-winning organization called AnalyticsX and Spaza Market.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
to join us.
Thank you for inviting me. Feels good to be here in the academic world.
So Talifhani, I know you've been called a data strategist, a Township tech pioneer, and a multi-hyphenate entrepreneur. How would you describe yourself and your journey?
I've got so many definitions of myself, but how I see myself is I'm an innovator, which means I'm very creative. Mm-hmm. I'm also very analytical, which means I've got a very good mathematical knowledge. Mm-hmm. But I also love people. I love different cultures. And I'm inspired by how people put things together. So every time when I'm around people, mm-hmm. I know how to get things done. I am also African focused. Like I'm inspired by Africa. I'm inspired by some of the leaders that have walked the journey, Kwame Nkrumah, Marcus Garvey, guys who have done impact. Mm-hmm. So I am walking a journey of impact. I don't know how it will take me, but every day as we grow, I find something new.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So I know you began your career in statistics and econometrics.
Yes.
So how did you end up building an analytic-led business?
On my final year at tax, I didn't do so well. I failed some final year modules. Mm-hmm. And then I had to repeat my final year. I repeat some modules. So as I was repeating some modules, I added informatics, computer science modules. Mm-hmm. And that is exactly what shaped me to be hired at MassMart to be a data analyst. And to be a data analyst, you need a little bit of programming, mathematics, and what I have in economics, but more programming. Okay. And yeah, I was taught by a computer scientist and worked for a company called MassMart, but I was hired by a consulting company from US. Okay. And that's how my data science journey began. Mm-hmm. I went to Pick n Pay. When I was in Pick n Pay, I found out that I'm innovative. So I was part of the team in Smart Shopper, brand match, marketing, pricing. Yeah, and then that time I felt like my journey was done in work because there's something that was boiling inside. And then I just went to consult for a company called Grow Hair, and then AutoZone. I was reporting to the CEO of AutoZone. I was a business analyst. Then I left, I think 5 years in corporate.
Okay.
It was not for me, but it was a good learning.
That's quite brave.
Yes.
Very brave. So I don't know how true this is. I just did my own research. I just did my own research. So I'm not sure if this is true. Apparently, you audited a maize meal company.
Yes, when I was in high school.
Which was making 6 million a month.
Yeah, when I was in high school, okay. I'm coming from Louis Trichardt.
Okay.
So Pansberg milling was just around the corner from where I stay.
Okay.
So I was in accounting class. This teacher asked, can you guys go find a company that you like and audit? Okay. So I went to that and I saw what I see, you can't say I didn't see it. I saw it. Okay. And what I saw, I inspired to do that.
Okay. And what did that moment teach you about like the township scale opportunity? Is that where the focus of your organization kind of was birthed?
No, it didn't come from there. My mother used to own a Spaza shop.
Okay.
So we used to run it back in Louis. It used to be in the fastest street to the train station. Mm-hmm. Back like before, when I was still in primary. Mm-hmm. And I used to be the one running that. So when I went to audit the financials, I'd never thought of business in that level. I thought of business as 1,000. You make 1,000 a day, you make 300. So seeing the numbers just made me curious, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Then you saw what was possible, basically. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So apparently you're building the African Amazon.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. The African Amazon.
The African
yes.
Amazon.
Yes.
And we chatted a little bit before we started recording about Spaza Market.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that and what your vision is with regards to that brand?
So Spaza Market, the idea is, I became top entrepreneur in South Africa, and also I became BRICS entrepreneur in Russia.
Nice, okay.
But when I became BRICS, I knew very well that it's not because I belong here. It's not because I deserve it. Okay. Like, there are so many nice Chinese people, Russians, who are doing proper technologies. And when I dig deeper, they are solving their countries' and continents' problem. So when I came back here, I constantly asked myself, what are we going to build that will live forever, that will outlive me? Solutions that we were building at Analytics were good, big solutions that got me there. But general people don't know about what have I done that can outlive me. That's what was haunting me. Okay. So when we connected with Spaza, the idea was we are going to build a product that is going to connect communities. 60% of people still stay in Township. And the market is still Township. The companies in retail that do well is ShopRite. Why? And people still are afraid of that market. So it's not that there is no economics, it's that there is no system that governs the operation. So you don't know how much it transacts and how much it trades. It's bigger than any retailer. I'm a data science person. So I said, we're going to build a system that is going to digitize that economy. And without excluding cities and towns, but there's a lot of quarter shops here, there's a lot of beauty product sellers, saloon product sellers that need to be activated in the digital ecosystem. So we wanted to build a system that integrates that, service products and all into one. Now that there's so many information that I had to learn, now that I know. But right now, what we are building is a combination of commerce and fintech combined in one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why do you think this was important to build? What made you see this gap, and why did you think this was an important thing for you to build, to digitize or to create that data for that market?
Yes, AnalyticsX is a data company. We've been building systems for companies, and we still do software. We still do a lot of cloud migrations, data, dashboards, and things. We became the company that was sitting on information. I was a walking information. And what I can tell you is not every company had the data of Township. And from my experience of corporate and within what we were doing, no one had the information of how Township business works. But everyone from suppliers, like, I don't want to name drop, but they all want their market to understand it. And every time they want to go to those markets, they use ad hoc systems to just go and collect and out. Insurance companies, banks, retailers. It's not that they don't want that, they're just struggling to crack it. So we wanted to build a system that makes us the data hub for that community data. And that's what we are now.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you another question.
Yes.
Don't judge me if the data is wrong.
Yes.
It's what I found on the internet. So the Spaza Market currently has over 1,100 riders and 4,500 Spaza merchants. How did you design that logistics network in such a fragmented and informal environment?
Yes, and over 100,000 customers now.
Okay, that's amazing.
So
without giving away your company secrets, obviously.
Yeah, but I'm put myself in a position where we are learning and we keep innovating. I don't, what I am excited about is that I have built a company from zero to a medium enterprise before. I know my mind can build $1 billion company. So when I'm speaking, I'm not trying to prove something. I'm trying to innovate, and I allow it to grow with time. So a lot of people that would look at me and think otherwise, they what have you built, So I allow it to grow. So in data science, you learn about categorizing information, whether it's numerical or categorical information. You have to categorize. So when we were building this system, you learn that there's different industries within Township. There's food eatery, which is only quarter shops. Now when you need quarter, you need fast food, mohodu. Those are the Spaza shop, but for eateries. Then there's shops for supermarkets that are
like
selling
groceries.
maize meal, whatever. And then there's fresh produce, small scale farmers, fresh produce who are selling cabbage, potatoes, chicken, and those are farmers. Those are falls under Spaza. And then you've got guys who are selling products. They are making hair food product. What product? Shoes products. Where are they selling? And then you've got craftsmen who are making things, who are making chairs. And then you've got, I'm forgetting. Yeah, but you've got different categories. You've got fashion. People who are making nice clothes, traditional clothes. Where are they selling? Those people need an economy. They need an economic system. So when we were building this, we built it in a mindset of food eateries, fresh produce, fashion, craftsmen, products. That's why you find it called Spaza Eats, Spaza Market, Spaza Fresh, Spaza Shop, or you know what I mean? Yeah, Spaza Fashion and things. The idea, that alone gives you a different category of that market. How do you get it right? Immediately when they register as merchants, if they are coming to be eateries, they register as eateries. If they are registering as fashion, they register as fashion. But customers who are coming in, they are seeing overall mall that has different services.
Options,
So because of that, now you can extract your consumer behavior data. You can extract your predictive modeling on how often do they buy. But you can also analyze your merchants. What are they selling? What works? When do they sell these for? On what basket? How much do they make? And because of that, that gives you opportunity to be a fintech now. Because you've got a wallet that shows how much they're making. That's what banks are looking for. That's what insurance companies are looking for. That's what cash loans are looking for. So that's what we are building in one.
It really sounds amazing. What you guys
Yes,
are
and
doing.
it's difficult to comprehend, to put it together and say what are, but
Yeah.
it's exciting and it's challenging, but yeah, over time you crack it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's also nice to kind of formalize that market because I think a lot of the time businesses probably don't grow as much as they're supposed to because they don't have a platform where they can reach a bigger consumer base apart from the one that is like, you know, in their immediate.
Think about when we're growing up, when you go buy water or you go buy loaf, only people who are within the 500 meter radius, 1 kilometer radius can walk there. But now when you create a digital system, even somebody who's 4 kilometers away can order from that shop. And now you have increased their ordering a day from what they normally get to expand it. And you have increased their revenue, multiply by all of them as you expand. It's yeah.
And are you also connecting? Are you also connecting them with drivers, like with people that offer delivery services?
Yes.
Okay. That is
So it's the three app. So in informatics, you learn about system thinking. So these three apps must talk to each other. It's a consumer app, it's a merchant app, and a driver app.
Okay.
So when a consumer makes an order, the merchant sees the order and he prepares the meal, and the driver who's closer within, that's a GPS, Google that we need to pay and things like that. Whoever sees that order is closer, he picks it up and then he go fetch and deliver. But now you've got different types of delivery men. You've got guys who are delivering food, guys who are delivering grocery, guys who are delivering products like that. Some products just need a car. And we are getting to that level where now we are talking stock distribution to the merchants and things like that.
That is amazing. And I see you signed up about 60,000 consumers in 14 months.
Yes.
How did you achieve such an amazing?
Yeah. So I think that was we haven't done our best, and we're still gonna do a lot, but it was easier because we've got digital footprint.
Okay.
And digital economy is the new future. And a lot of companies that have been existing for a long time, they don't have digital presence as much as they have money, but they don't have digital influence. Can you say that when I'm speaking, your students are going to listen to me?
Yes.
Yes, that's what we have. So when I say something, we reach 40,000 people, 10,000 goes and download the platform. That's what we have. And we've got Spaza Eats, we built it to be like this cool platform for young people who want to be in business, for people who are in the emerging markets. And that's what made us get there. But our visions and plans to expand this thing is huge. We've learned from how Amazon built theirs, and we are learning from guys who have dominated multi-countries. So over time, 5 years, we will figure how to make it a big ecosystem.
And I think what's exciting about what you guys are building is it's in a very unique kind of market. You know, I think to build an organization like Amazon,
Yes.
not to take away
Yes.
what an amazing organization
Yes.
that is. I think because they come from a first world kind of economy where they have infrastructure
Yes,
and things that
yes.
work, it's
It's
much
built for-
easier, you
yes,
know? It's
yes.
much easier to build something like that,
100%.
right? Unlike in economies in Africa where
Yes.
the infrastructure is not that good,
Yes.
where the market is very informal.
Even businesses are not formalized.
Yeah.
So you have to build it for that.
Yeah.
Because when you say Amazon, you're talking fulfillment.
Yeah.
But this time, not a lot of our people have those warehouses.
Yeah.
And you can decide to go to that model which is working for Take a Lot and them. Or you can say from where you are, from your back room where you are making hair products, you can make a delivery. And it doesn't have to be straight. Like when I was in Eswatini, I said, we don't have to have roads. If drone work, we are going to make delivery with drones. That's what. So we need to create solutions for Africa. And I constantly say that Africa is blessed with problems, and we are the solutions for them. Yes.
That's amazing. And I mean, I think this is probably the market to go into, because I think that's where most of the money is sitting currently. I mean, even in Brazil, in what's it called, the favazelas?
Yeah, we call them. Yeah.
Those ones, right? They say there's quite a bit of money in there,
It's a
but
big
everybody's too scared to actually, you know, provide business in that space.
But who's scared? It's the people who haven't lived there.
Yeah.
Us who are from there, do you think I'm scared to walk in Atteridgeville? Me?
No.
I'm scared to walk in Tembisa.
Probably not.
I don't have fear in my heart. It's my home. I just need to know how to behave when I'm there. You can't walk there with a suit or what. But what I'm saying is the people who say those markets are difficult, they are not from there. They are from privileged, nice areas. So we who are from there, we know how to navigate. We've survived years there. Now we are the ones who need to use our knowledge to build a solution. You don't have to get it right first time. People are building industries that have been existing for 100 years. But if you build a foundation, you have a start. Yeah.
Okay. And so I think what's exciting about Spaza Market is that it's turning merchants and riders into digital wallets, right? And bankable profiles,
bankability,
right?
yes.
Why is this important, especially around supply chain trust?
Ooh, that is the power. It's actually the heart of it. Because the merchants, it's not that they don't generate. Let's say they make 4,000 a week, about 16,000 a month or something like that. That person qualifies for a credit to buy a small bakkie. But the reason why they won't get a bakkie is because they don't have a financial proof that they are making that money. So a digital ecosystem needs to be authorized. That's why we had to go to Visa and get the marketplace license and MasterCard and things like that. So when you have a MasterCard or a Visa license that gives you a marketplace license, you are authorized to be a neobank. You can actually provide, the wallet can become a financial proof that this person makes this money. So a bank can give them a loan. Even within that ecosystem, what we are building, we already have partnerships. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the names, but we've got partnerships that can give cash advance to those merchants. We've got insurance companies that are willing to insure that stock and insure the businesses. We've got now guys who are saying that we can invest in this business because they have a financial transaction and track record. So beside everything else, commerce, Fintech becomes the backbone for these guys to exist longer. And that's why you will see that on Spaza, we've got commerce, and then we also have POS machines that we're giving away. Now, on our side, we are saying we want to have a full view of how you do on the ground and online. And over time, I promise you, those are crazy transactions. Yes.
And I think this is what has been missing in these markets, right?
Yes.
Because, and this is what has been stopping people from being able to grow their businesses.
Yes.
Because they don't have that kind
They
of
don't
data,
have
or they
the
don't have
system.
the proof to say,
Yes.
you know, because unfortunately cash just
Yes.
is not enough proof.
It's not enough proof. Even for taxi drivers,
Yeah.
they make a lot of money, but they don't have financial tracking. Yeah.
And so in terms of the markets that you work in, right? So a lot of the data is probably quite patchy. I mean, because you're still building this machine, and I guess as it grows and as it gets better, the quality of the data also gets better, right?
Okay.
I'm guessing your machine is still learning, right?
It's still learning, yes.
So how do you then build reliable forecasting or like inventory visibility, which is something even Take a Lot is struggling with?
Yeah, they are struggling more than us.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
We build this thing for our people.
Okay.
And we have enough, the way we build a system, we collect enough data. We just need more like multiplication. But if you are collecting transactional data from a customer ordering to them making a payment, that transaction was done, you can track it. If you want to track how much the merchant is making and how much they have made for such a period, you can track it. If you want to track which product has been selling for such a time, you can track that. If you want to track the geolocation and where most people are located and where most deliveries are happening, you can track that. If you want to say, check more fintech, who's taking the loans, how much is the average spending and how much the average income is, you can track that. So the system is built to collect enough. What we need now is expansion. Just keep building it up. But the data is we are the data hub. Like, I don't know of any company now that can give you the data we have.
Yeah.
I don't know. They can give you half, like they can give you fintech, they can give you, but not in full. Yes.
No, I do agree. I mean, I personally haven't heard of any organization like yours. It sounds really, really amazing. So Spaza Market has phones and solar panels, which is quite like a diverse group of goods.
That's why we have
How do you manage supply and demand inside with such a diverse group of items?
It's a continuous learning, and we are not saying that we will continue providing all services, but we aim to do that. So the reason why we have Spaza Market that is providing cell phones and products and things like that, would you say if you stay in Township, like if you stay in Soweto, would you say you need like some nice chandelier, some nice light in your sitting room?
I mean, there's some fancy houses in Soweto. There's some fancy houses in Soweto.
What phones do people use? What phones do people use? Alcatel?
The best ones.
Alcatel? Yeah? They buy the best phones.
They do buy the best phones. Probably better than
they have got liquid money. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what then stops us to provide the same products? We don't have we are a technology company. We partner with suppliers. So we have to go to the right supplier that has all technologies. So that product, that market product, for something like that, is not a 1 hour delivery like food. It's a 1 to 5 days delivery. So if someone makes an order, approved today, paid, we can deliver tomorrow. If it's around Gauteng, if it's around Cape Town, you can deliver, depending on whether the warehouse for those guys is there as well. Then we can pick up and deliver. But it's built in a way that it's supposed to work for that category. So for fresh is farming. Then that is 1 to 3 days delivery.
Okay.
Eats is 1 hour. You need to hit the target. Yes. So yeah, that is the dynamics and the mechanics. But having a system helps because you already know, even when they're ordering, it shows them the ETA of delivery and things like that.
So what lessons would you give big distributors? I mean, we spoke a little bit about Take a Lot. What can they learn from your network, especially around agility, having local knowledge, or and having rider-led fulfillment? What can they learn from your organization?
Yeah, I don't want to give Take a Lot answers. I think they are doing very well, and congratulations. But I can just say that they haven't figured out the ground, and we have. But apart from that, there's many other industry suppliers who want to get into the market. I would say to them that you need an ecosystem like Spaza is to enter the market because it's got everything you need in one. And you can do stock distribution, we can track the income of merchants, you can get your money back, all of that, insurance companies and things like that. But the guys like what Take a Lot in them, I wish them well, and I think they're doing very well. So I don't want to give them advice because I want them to look at it and realize that they need this, either to acquire or to partner. And if they are slow, then I'll go to other markets.
I mean, I like what you're saying because I think a lot of the time, especially when people build businesses, they build it with an international market in mind, and they copy an international model, which usually doesn't feed our markets. And so what we find is a lot of the time the prices tend to become much higher.
Yes.
For like
that's the reason why they can't get the Township.
Yeah.
because they want to make the profits, the margins, and it's difficult.
Yeah.
I say that South Africa is not even the best market for Spaza Market. It's not the best because South Africa is very much cash intensive economy, and we do a lot of buying with our cash. But other economies, like you go to Eswatini, you go to Kenya, you go to Rwanda, it's mobile money market. And mobile money means an average vendor is not using cash to buy. They're using a cell phone transfer, USSD app to transfer. They're already integrated. So when we move to those markets, it's going to be easy for an average fruit vendor to use this platform and transact. So already in our mind, we already know that this was a testing market because it's a little bit advanced, but we are now identifying other economies that we can penetrate quicker. If you use what I just said now and compare with these guys who are building with the international market, which other economy they will go? They will opt for Kenya and Nigeria, and that's it. But we are building it for Africa. Yes, and I'm still young, still have time, I think, to bring more innovations. Yeah.
And I like what you're saying because I'm guessing what you're building is not just about convenience, right? It's also about enabling financial inclusion and creating jobs.
100%.
Right? I think let's talk a little bit about that because I think a lot of organizations are just focused on profit, and I think what your organization is doing is you can build a profitable business, but also ensure that the people that have been excluded out of this, you know,
yes, out of the economics, profit with purpose.
Yeah.
They call it shared value. We African people and everyone who is from Africa, different cultures, we know that it's about connection, and it's about giving. You will give out a lot. That's why we are too soft to other disruptive economies. And because of our culture of giving and welcoming, that becomes also our problem. Because in economics, we don't work like that. But I'm building this with that mindset that you need to build things that work for the people with a giving mindset, with a shared value mindset. And if you can get it to work like a matches, like a paraffin, it's a no-brainer. It's gonna work. It's already working. So you just need to get it in a way that people vouch for, like they talk for it. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I really like the work that you're doing. Like if I think about sustainability, for example, I think a lot of the talks around sustainability are led by the Western or European markets, right? And I think because they have the data, right? I think we have a lot of initiatives that are happening in the informal markets with the hawkers that are collecting items that is just not documented. And so it looks like as a country we're not doing, we're not doing.
Across the continent it looks like that, but I can tell you, not every, I've met different companies from Western and what, they look like, they present as if. And we need to know that these guys, they know how to present. They are good branders. They present as if everything is fine in their economies. We present everything as true. So the distance between the people buy presentation, perception. So we have branded ourselves as true as we are because we are not in economy. And so we tell the stories as it is. We appear as we are. We are not pulling any face and things. So those companies appear as if they know already. But when they come here, they don't know. That's why when they give you products like these Chinese cars that are coming in, they are giving so much incentive so that people can take them and then they collect the data. But they don't have any information. And we give the information away because of the incentives and what we have been given. And the challenge is us here who understand this economy here. We are not building solutions that solves problems here. We are almost like waiting for Western economies to come here. And it's going to be difficult for them to build solutions for communities. They're going to build and stop here. And most of them, they stop where the money is. And that is where my challenge is, that we need to build something that can solve a big problem if it works.
And why do you think this is important? Like, why do you think it's important that as Africans, I'm going to use African because I think your organization is
continent,
why do you think it's important that we start, or people should support organizations like yours, or start thinking about entrepreneurship in the same way that you've thought about it?
I love that. Let me tell you, my mother used to own a Spaza shop, and I can tell you when I was growing up, I was the one making the runs for that Spaza shop. And not in town, when you are staying there, people look at it like, why would they do that? Like it's basic survivalist entrepreneurship is not respected. And because of that, people have in their mind that business is basic survivalist business, where you don't have to respect it. But they would go and work for corporate and say that this is the business that works. But for me, a ShopRite is as good as a Spaza shop. It's the same thing. The difference is the presentation, the formalization. So what I think people need to know is that you are not going to build a business today and then you are a ShopRite. No. And you are not going to wake up today and say you are manufacturing hair food and then you are Nivea. No, but you need to start somewhere and build your own manufacturing. And you can't come here to someone who has built his own manufacturing platform for hair food and you want to be a king. It's not your environment. You need to obey to the rules of what they have created. You need to become creators for the future generation. How many trees are you planting? A lot of people are not planting trees. You are not creating with your talents. And most of us are gifted, highly gifted, that you look at it and you say, am I really gifted or that one is better than mine? And that is the question that has been existing in the continent. When I was in Ethiopia, I learned a lot about myself and people that we are not aware about. Do you want me to share?
Sure. Sure, let's hear it.
And I'm happy to be contradicting with a lot of beliefs. Christ is within. Christ is within. We are all different cultures. We are all gifted with talents that you are here to serve a specific purpose. And you have your Christ in you. You have your genius level talent in you. But you are always looking outside. Because you look outside, you don't spend time looking within. So you don't get to know your genius level talent. And when you look at outside, that one is so exciting that you forget yours. That is the difference. A lot of people see other people's talents, they don't see theirs. So because they don't see theirs, they don't act on them. And now when you find out yours, it's not an easy journey. You're going to meet the realities of life. It's difficult. And when the people start coming, that's why you see startups coming lasting 0 to 5 years. When you realize it's difficult, you just say, this is not for me. You don't have the heart and the grit to do this. So now when you have found you need to develop the characteristics of what it takes to live in that. Even Christ, Yeshua went through his. That's why like in his own hometown, he couldn't preach and prophesy because they don't see him as that. Even yourself, you are not going to be believed in where you are coming from because we don't see you as that. We see you as the young child who's a genius, who's a whatever. So you don't have to wait for us to believe in you. You need to live in it until it works. And over time, things make sense. That is the journey and the period that I think a lot of people don't want to go through. And because of that, we have high unemployment. We shouldn't be blaming high unemployment to companies that have been existing. You know why? How many more can they take? They're only making enough revenue and they also want to make profits. We need to blame it to the people who have skills and talents to create, but they're not. They're not planting trees, and that is the problem.
But how do you, because I like what you're saying, and I 100% agree with everything that you said, right? But how do you keep on going from an organization perspective if you're not making the money? Like how do you, let's say if your organization was not, because I think you're doing quite well now, but I'm assuming that...
Yeah, we do have days where we're not.
In the beginning, it was probably not as, I mean, I think right now you're up. You know?
No, we were here and then we launched Spaza, then we came
and then
here.
you came down again.
So now we are building again.
So how do you manage those ebbs and flows?
The business cycles.
Yeah. How do you manage them? Especially if you have children to feed. I don't know. Like, you know, a lot of the time as a black child, I think you're not just responsible for yourself, but you're also responsible for your parents.
And 100%,
you know,
100%. Nah, I still do that part. And but the thing is, a lot of people's faith is limited. Like, I believe faith without deeds is dead. Like your faith must be, you must have a strong faith in what you are gifted at, and you must also believe that the skills and talents that you are being given, there will be people whose lives and dreams are connected to you on the journey. But people don't know, they want to know first, where are those people? Yes. So, secondly, you get in life who you are. You don't get what you want. You get who you are. If you're complaining every day, you get that.
You just get problems.
You get problems. If you're every day you say my things are not my thing, I'm telling you. But if you set your mind, I'm an MBA, I'm what? You get that MBA. MBA and money is different things. So when you get the MBA, don't think that you want money. Money is different. So if you want money, how much money do you want? And which industry can you go that fits to that money? So you can't go here where there is not that. That's why I had to leave corporate. I couldn't see anyone with a Lamborghini, Ferrari. I'm not inspired. I was not inspired. I'm being honest. I grew up inspired by Steve Jobs, like Eminem, 50 Cent. You know, those guys are living their dream. How is it that I'm a smart guy who can't with my Figo here? Nah, that's not what I wanted. So I decided to leave that tunnel of doing reality, and I chose a different vehicle. In this vehicle, can I afford a Mercedes? 100%. Can I pay someone? 1,000%. Can I get a nice office? 1,000%. Can I live in the highest luxury place? 1,000%. So you have to follow what exactly aligns to what you're called for. But you can't look at that and dislike it because you haven't decided to live yours. Yes. So I feel like that is the problem. We need to be aware, self-aware, and we start walking the journey. There are people whose lives and dreams are connected to you, that when you are walking, they will help you. Yeah.
No, that's great advice. I mean,
yes.
that's really, really good advice. I mean, I think I just want to lead us back into the conversation about, I have many other questions about this, but I don't think this is the appropriate
No, I've got time. Yeah.
So like from wasted trips in last mile delivery to supporting small scale local producers, there's moments where you've seen the platform contribute to more efficient and resilient supply ecosystems, even if it's unintentionally so. So was this what you were intending to build, or it just so happened that...
It just so happened.
It just so happened.
Yeah, so when you are starting something like this, to be honest, your information is limited, and your understanding of the market is very much fragmented to what you know. But as you are in, you realize some things, they don't work as much. I mean, average basket for food is 190, 200. So you will need thousands of orders to crack the market. So you need to add other products. And as you are in there, you realize this is just one way. There's a lot of suppliers who are looking to enter this market, to do stock distribution. You didn't think of that, then you start adding those functionality. And also when you are here, you realize, oh, I need to activate Fintech. I need to make sure that merchants can see their money, to a point where in the future we're planning to have Spaza Market, Visa-powered solution. So you innovators, you go. And there's nothing wrong with all innovators that I know, they failed so many times. Yeah.
No, I think that's really, really good advice. I also think I like your platform because we're seeing a lot of the big retailers now kind of shrinking or disappearing in the market, like your Pick and Pays and Spark.
I'm glad you're seeing them, because how is it that I saw that before and I said this is coming?
Yeah.
Because as an innovator, it's not like somebody's telling you do this.
Yeah.
And for you to bring and say confidently, I'm going to do this, you have to have meditated on this for years. Even when we started analytics, we just saw that. When COVID hit, that's when we were going up. When under COVID, we were going up because of the digital economy. Now with this, already it's like we have projected that this brick and mortar stores is not the model anymore in the future, where people are walking in. As people are working from home, they are no longer, So how do you create a solution that works for them as they where they are? So it might not, no. I've been approached by a lot of investors and that are talking, they want to see how this works. And some of them, reason why they haven't invested on it is because they want to wait first.
To see if it's going to,
The difference between an innovator and an investor is that an innovator is like a prophet. You see. You have to see. And the seeing becomes the knowing and the confidence. So you have to believe in your innovation until it gets to a level where an investor sees and buys it. But you don't wait for them to buy and then you move. No. You have to be like a visionary. A visionary is like a prophet, kind of.
So then I'd like to ask you a question around brick and mortar stores, right? So if we're seeing that they're shrinking and they're disappearing in the market, why is it that a lot of, and I'm not going to name drop any of the South African brands, right? Why are they building stores? Why are they investing in building
where are they building the stores? Where are they building the stores?
Does it matter?
Yes, because they're building it in communities.
Okay.
They are building it exactly where the people are.
Okay.
Yes.
And so does that make it different?
Check within Pick and Pay, there's a business called Boxer.
Okay.
Check Boxer.
Mm-hmm. It's doing well. Yeah. No, I know that.
So
I know that
yes, you see. So why is it doing well in this one?
It's not.
It's because those markets are still very much welcoming trade as the normal way of walking into the shop. In fact, it's a lifestyle for us to go to a shop and buy, then come back. It's still like that. And even our technology is not yet, it hasn't reached maturity yet in a level, but we want to grow with it.
Okay. And what do you believe, what are your predictions with regards to township-based platforms? I mean, currently I think you're probably one of the only platforms in that space, but what are your beliefs around the kind of platform that you're creating? And not necessarily even the platform, but even just businesses or products and services. What are your predictions with regards to what people can expect in the next 5 years?
I think that my strong belief is that everyone is going there with one model. They're coming in as a fintech, just servicing machines. Others are coming in as a stock delivery. Others are coming in as a drivers. That's independent, and that's why you're going to compete with a lot. You're going to compete with another person who's doing it better. Like if you're a logistics person doing deliveries, somebody's going to come and do it better than you in 3 years. If you are a fintech giving machines, somebody's going to come and give you. That's why you've got all different of them. But if you build a system that everyone is using, integrates all these functionalities in one, you are a unique standing champion like a paraffin. That's what I'm projecting. Yes.
Okay. And what analytics or logistics capabilities should emerging leaders cultivate?
You want to track your deliveries in real time, how long they take to go deliver, what speed, what mode of transport, where is it busy. You start building predictive models on which areas of time are busy and what can we do to support that to meet delivery. And also what happens with logistics during weather changes, because weather affects these businesses. What other factors, external factors that can impact logistics in the future. I look at logistics as a big business for now, because when you look at the Amazon, you look at Takealot and them, the reason why they are scaling is because the modern day business is built like that. It's built on a manufacturing model and a delivery happening. So logistics is the most expanded. In fact, I don't know the right numbers, but I would say logistics is it's scaling up than decline. Other markets that are declining are the ones that were existing before. So now you will need to apply AI to understand, like bring automation into your machine learning, training the delivery time, and making sure that people trust that order will come within that. Those are the new ways. And if you can get this type of deliveries to happen, that's why post office and posta are having not. What is that other one, the government one? Is it post office?
It is post office.
You need a digital way of delivering the post. That model still works. People still need their post, but you need a digital way. Yes.
So I want to ask you something around money, right?
Yes.
Because I think, I remember we had a guest, I think he was from ABSA.
Yes.
And he was just talking about how our economy is still very cash heavy, right? How does your business, or how do you believe your business is going to solve that? Do you think we're going to be like a less cash heavy economy, or you think the fintech side and the cash can work kind of together?
I think we are in a cash heavy economy, and it's affecting commerce.
Okay.
It's affecting our Spaza Market in terms of orders, because people are holding the money. But they are also having bank cards, so they are also scared a little bit to order online. So that's why we gave out the POS machines. So on the ground, we are now doing more transaction compared to orders online. But South Africa and how it's designed now, it's going to change over time for people to start using bank cards And when they start using bank cards or mobile money and those solutions, we will be ready for them. Okay. So it's almost like you're building a solution for the future. A lot of us, I mean, how much cash do you have with you right now?
None.
Yeah, a lot of us don't have cash anymore. It's only in the community. So that market is going to catch up to that.
Okay.
Yes,
I mean, they've got bank cards. So you're predicting that the market will...
Yes, they've got bank cards. They've got bank cards. They just don't like keeping money in the bank because somebody takes it. So in the future, they'll get used to it.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we
And I think it will help with crime as well.
Yes, but crime is not going to be ending on that. I mean, people are going to find different ways to steal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, yes. I mean, people are going to steal other things.
Yeah.
And now we have increase of crime.
We do have an increase of crime, and now they want you to get into the app so they can see how much money you have, so that they can steal all the money.
They take you the whole day.
Yes,
or the whole 3 days, they go with you.
Exactly.
That's the risk we have now.
Yeah.
I should have just given you money, you go. Now it's worse.
Yeah.
But I think that what solves crime in this country is creating employment. People don't have jobs. Like it's hard when you go to communities and township. People are just sitting, waking up. And because they've been taught that you need to wait for a job. You know, communities, we don't respect job. We don't respect business. We respect jobs. Like when I was studying business, my family looked at me like, what kind of madness is what kind of madness is this?
What are you doing? Did we spend all that money for you to come in?
Yes. Like we respect job.
Yeah.
And because of that, a lot of people, if they don't have job, they lose self-esteem. A lot of men. What can I do when people are making noise on me? So I think let's approach crime with solving the problem. How do we create opportunity? With our and I'm not saying I'm doing the best because we're doing a minimum, but if you can hire someone with a driver's license to ride a scooter and make a delivery, in a day they make 15 deliveries with an average of 30 rand, 500 today. Over a week they make 3.5. In a month, average 8,000, 12,000. That's a job that people are looking for. So how do we create solutions that solves that? And that is, when you say the politics is not creating, no, they don't know. A lot of leaders that I know in politics, and I promise you, they don't know what they're doing. And they would rather have a company from US and they fund them 200 million because they look like they're going to help them. And those companies, they come and stop here in the city. They don't go to the township. What could have been if you had invested on a township business that creates jobs in the township? That's what is missing. So I think that innovators, problem solvers, let's go and solve problems that will help create jobs. And that's how we eliminate other problems, social problems, yeah.
I mean, I know there's a quote that haunts me. I don't know who the quote is by. It says, the highest measurement of intelligence is your ability to turn knowledge into, like, basically you're able to create something with your knowledge. Like if you're not, if you have the knowledge,
but you don't use it,
but there's nothing that you're doing with it,
it's useless.
Then you're not as intelligent.
I'll be the first
to
tell them,
right?
You are useless if you've got information and you can't apply it.
Yeah.
When I only have 1 degree, I don't have to have thousands of degrees. Okay, but I think people should, because it's important to continue learning. But if you are going to learn, just to learn and to prove that you've got learning, you are not going to outsmart me, you're not going to outcompete me, because I am continuously learning. Just that I'm now living in a position where I learn to do. I learn to do. I'm not learning to remember. And the things that I learned 10 years ago, I don't remember them. But the things that I learned in the past 2-3 months, I'm doing them. So what is it to have information that we go to the grave? I don't know. Yeah.
That's true. So if there was one main thing that you would like people to take from this episode, what would it be? Or what is it?
I would say every human being is a spirit first. Okay. Every human being is a spirit first. What you are seeing, the body, that is like painting, yellow, red, what? But every human being is a spirit, and every human being, their spirit is gifted with, and it's anointed with a calling. And people look at the third dimension, what they are seeing now. But beyond sight and on a spiritual realm, it's what are you, what gifts were you given to do here? And a lot of you will keep learning and not connect your learnings with your gift, and then you blame the government for you not finding you. So in this model that I'm saying, there's, on my equation, there is no government. Those are external factors. It's you. How do you find yourself within supply chain? How do you find your skills? And how do you connect with what works now and create opportunities for others? Yeah.
I mean, analytics are the most important skills apparently that are coming up in the future, right?
So that also, when my last job, I was reporting to the CEO of AutoZone. I was a business analyst. Had I stayed, where should I be now?
Maybe you'd be the director.
It's not, yes, it's not hunger. It's not hunger, this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying this because a lot of people feel like because they have this, they can't do this. You have to do your calling that you are aligned to, not because you don't have. Because people opt for business when they are now, things are tough. That's when they start digging deep. I'm saying dig deep now and find you. Because, you know, things are constantly changing. Economy is constantly changing. You can have a nice permanent job, but it's permanent for 5 years or 10 years. But what is permanent is your skills and talents. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like what you're saying because I do think the future of work is not going to be as permanent as what it was in the past.
It's going to become gig.
Yeah. You know, we see it now with like all the major retrenchments that are happening. A lot of people are losing their jobs. And so, yeah, I do think it's important to be able to convert that knowledge and skill into...
And it's not being talked about. People are losing jobs and it's looking like, oh, maybe you're just not smart there at work. No. The company is realizing that we don't need that as much as we used to. We used to be like analyzing data with Excel. Now our data scientists, data engineers, they use Python, they use AWS, they use all of those things. Maybe you don't need 10 people anymore. So because of that, there's a reduction of skills in that same job. So how do we scale employment if the same professionals are also experienced? We need to create new, like Spaza Eats, I can tell you, it needs 100 people, 200 people to work in this company right now. The only reason why we are not is because we can't afford everyone. But already now you need a team here on logistics alone, a team here on Fintech, a team here on dispatch. It's a lot. And if it doesn't work, it's not going to be because the model doesn't work. It's because you didn't have enough human capability to work this. So why is the government not? I've met different government people and I can tell you, we are waiting on people who don't know what is the problem.
And if I'm a supply chain person and I want to come work for your organization, what are the key skills that you're looking for?
I'm looking for character, ambition, passion, love, unity. Yeah, that's it. Everything else can be taught.
So if I have that on my CV...
Character. I swear to God. I swear to God. Let me tell you why. You can have the skill. If your character is wrong, you're not going to maintain that account. We've got people who are holding big accounts that manages things. If they don't communicate, we lose a deal. And it's a character thing. If you don't have a good way of working with, you can be the smartest person, but if you can't talk to every person nicely, you are affecting the environment. You are a cost. If you are like you are the most smartest brain fast person, but you come to work in your time when the meetings are done, you are not helping us to scale. So I have actually realized that the people who are good people are people who have personal skill, like they are personal reach than degrees are important also. I don't know why I didn't let me add a degree a little bit. You know why? The people who don't finish degrees, they usually don't have a mindset of finishing their work. Most of the time. I've hired some and I used to love them, speak for them, but people just don't finish. Like you give them a project, they just don't finish.
So you're saying like your ability to finish a qualification shows your resilience and grit.
100%. And I can argue that in any court, because if somebody finished their degree that was difficult and they push themselves, it shows that even when something project and a task is being given to them, they will try their best. I'm not saying all of them, but I have seen people who haven't finished their degrees that when they've given task and now it's difficult, they wish somebody else was carrying this. Yeah, and they either quit the job or they say they are sick that whole week. So that somebody carries this. What kind of effect? Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is soft skills are more important
powerful.
than technical
100%.
skills.
In the world of AI,
Yeah.
you want to compete with the machine. Your interpersonal skills will make you outstanding because information can be generated, machines can be learned, human robots we can get, but that character is what sustains the relationship and the business. That's what we want.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Talifhani, thank you so much. I think we've come to the end of our episode. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too.
Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, hopefully we'll have you back again soon.
Yeah, let's hear what your audience say. Yeah.